Hello, everybody. Sysco's Virtual Kitchen Show. Welcome to today's show. I got a little jazz in the background, folks, but we want to welcome the Olymel Team. I'm going to call it the Olymel Team. I didn't know how that commercial was going to go at the beginning, but apparently it turns off and goes live. So I wasn't expecting that. But anyways, welcome, everyone. Chris, Andrew, Jason, back to the show. I think this is our fourth show together.
Yep.
The
fourth and fifth, yeah.
Fourth, yeah. You guys sound so excited about it.
My first.
Well, Jason's second. He's the season pro here.
I know. And then Chris, you're out in Atlantic, Canada.
That's correct. Yes.
And Andrew, you're in Toronto.
Recently moved to Cambridge, but GTA.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, we classify that area.
Yeah, sure.
All's Toronto, right? And Jason, you're up here with me.
You got it, brother. Yeah.
All right, up in Edmonton. Here we go. So what's today going to look like? I got to look at my notes because I got a list. I love when you guys tell me what to say and what not to say. So right now let's talk a little bit about what we're going to talk about. So who wants to jump in on that? I think.
Yeah, I can jump in. Yeah, sure. So I think the theme of today is just more on kind of takeout and delivery, and kind of seeing how everything's kind of shifted from pre-COVID to post-COVID, right? So obviously looking at kind of the QSRs, I think they were a little bit more aligned with the pandemic kind of coming on. And it's been a little bit more of a struggle, I think, for the dine-ins and whatnot. So you kind of look at their strategy in terms of a go-to market. Just doing some like quick research, you look at some of their business models were, say 5 to 10% delivery and takeout, whereas now they've kind of totally had to reroute their business, whereas almost, say half, if not higher, is looking at takeout and delivery. So it's a changing landscape that, almost changes week by week with everything going on, but it's something that restaurants need to adapt to, right? So it's looking at, their menus and focusing on items that are, say, higher volume, higher margins, so that they can, simplify things at the back of the house. So I think that's going to be, the theme for today, is trying to look at back of house kind of setups, versatility with items that you kind of have, and then how you can, go to market with some different strategies on how you're going to adopt to kind of this, post-COVID world that we're living in.
Yeah. You know what? I'm glad we are talking about this area, because this is something that I know we've been talking a lot on our side. Just really, it's something, especially, 8 weeks from now, we could see, well, I'm going to say for me and Jason up here, in 6 weeks, we could see snow on the ground, right? And we've all seen snow in September. So we do need to really think about, I believe, and the studies I'm reading, is that takeout and delivery is going to be huge this fall. And I've talked, and that's coming from some of those big companies that we all know who they are. They're mentioning that they're ramping up for the.
Well, like you said too, with the winter coming on, obviously everybody's done their best to try to social distance with tables and limit what you do inside, and try to move things outside to parking lots. But obviously, as the winter months come along, it's going to be a little challenging at say -40 to have people out in the patio in the parking lot eating. So
yeah, it's hard enough to bring people in during the winter months, let alone without COVID, right? So
exactly, yeah. So yeah, it's I think it's going to show, people are going to do a lot better if they can reinvent themselves in getting to, that takeout delivery, getting that social media presence and all that kind of stuff too.
Well, you do see, though, a lot of restaurants are doing really good things and being very innovative. We just did an article this week, I think it was, in our foodie newsletter, really around the whole experience with takeout and little things you can do. And, there's a lot you can actually do that. And I'm sure there's going to be more things people are going to come up with as we really see this area grow and move into the fall.
Yeah. One of the things I've noticed is that a lot of people are being extremely creative. We're seeing drive-throughs in traditional restaurants that never had a drive-through, but cool. They fit windows, doors. We look at the new trends that are coming along. Breakfast boxes, family meals, family dinners. Everybody is having to adjust, and from what I've seen, they've just done a phenomenal job. So there's some real great opportunities coming through, during these times. I mean, any type of light is a great light, hey?
Exactly. Well, it is really a disruption to our industry, right? We were talking about this with someone yesterday. Is the if we hadn't COVID didn't come into our world, a lot of these things I don't know if we'd ever get to. In a sense, maybe we would have down the road.
Yeah, just
But a
not as
lot of these
fast
ideas,
for sure.
it fast tracked us into a different world, right?
Vaulted us. You'd almost had to.
Yeah, you had to, right? So very exciting to talk about this today, and Chef Jason's all excited there, right? Like
skipping off, love it.
So excited, right? So you guys have tons of ideas on your website as well for takeout, right?
Yeah. Though, if you look on our Olymel Food Service website, you could see there's a blog, and it speaks to a lot of different articles, just about even like from the starting of how to rethink and reevaluate. So there's actually one of the blogs talked about like the 4 Ps to try to focus on when moving from kind of dine-in to focus more on that takeout and delivery. And you look at obviously profitability being one of them. Popularity, you still gotta get all your big items out there to all your existing customers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Preparation is another one too. Obviously, keeping things easy at the back of the house for the staff, so it's a little simpler, and again, just easier, quicker, more efficient kind of thing. And then portability too, right? So some of these, say, dine-in mom and pop shops that never really focused on takeout and delivery, they got to figure out ways that are going to make that food, that taste, that quality resonate when it's getting transported over 10, 15, 20 minutes through, either delivery or takeout. So
that's awesome. I was going to quiz you on those 4 Ps.
You can do it later. Yeah. There'll be a test at the end.
I don't know, but I got my big list here. I don't know if you had the 4 Ps on my big list here. I had to ask you. But so that I agree, and I'm glad. I really am very happy you guys are tackling this, and we'd love to have you back later on in the year this fall to talk more about this area, because I think it'll be interesting really how it evolves and moves forward. Very, very cool. So can we talk products now and what we're going to do with Jason, because he's just itching? So Jason, what are we doing today?
All right. Well, so again, our concept is takeout. And so again, I think you have to, restaurateurs need to change the way they look at their menu to make things more takeout and delivery friendly. Certain things don't travel very well, whereas other things do. And sometimes you can just adjust what you're doing just a little bit to make that experience better for your guests at the end of the day. So we wanted to start with breakfast. We're going to do lunch, and then we're going to do dinner. So we're going to start today with Chef Mark's breakfast ham and egg lasagna. So I think the breakfast, our breakfast customers have been having maybe the most difficult time in finding the best way to offer their products in takeout. Bacon and eggs just doesn't travel very well. The toast is bad. The eggs will get soggy. And so we just tried to find some different ways to offer up a good breakfast item for takeout. So what I've done is I've made a mushroom, pepper, and onion omelet. All right. I've made some fresh crepes. I've used some mixed cheese. Today I've used Havarti and cheddar, but you can really use whatever you want. And that's the nice thing about this dish is you can adapt it to whatever you've got in your kitchen. And then I used our beautiful express carb ham. So our express carb ham is a very manageable sized ham. It is high in protein and it's low in sodium and super neutral in flavor. So we are going to show it in another application a little bit later. But what I've done is sliced it here and then layered everything together just like you would a lasagna. So crepes, cheese, ham, omelet, crepes, cheese, ham, omelet. I plated it here for you so you can kind of see how pretty she is, right? And you can see those beautiful layers, all that nice ham, right? So then, of course, the best thing you do here is you finish it with my favorite breakfast condiment, a little hollandaise.
I was going to say gravy.
Breakfast gravy, right? And then I'm going to finish.
He's so serious, eh?
And then we're going to finish it with our new maple bacon topping that Olymel just put out. So again, that's how you'd serve it at the restaurant, right?
Oh,
what about for takeout?
You know what? This is our 50th show, Jason, and I think you just hit one of the most innovative ideas out of all 50 shows. Sorry, all my other lovely vendors. But I think, Jason, you just nailed the best idea.
Well, our corporate chef Mark is pretty good at what he does, so I'll give him all the credit for this one for sure.
Oh my God, that's a brilliant idea.
So again, for takeout, you can do it individually, right? One of the things I always recommend to my end users is don't sauce things if you don't necessarily have to for takeout. Put the sauce on the side, right? And put the bacon on the side. It'll stay nice and crispy. When the customer gets it at their home, they can add it on there at the end. So again, I think it helps keep the integrity of something like this a lot better. And then there's a third way. So we have sort of a full pan. So again, they can buy that for their family or fully cooked, or we can put it together for them, send them home with instructions, like Papa John style, and they can do it at home that way. So,
again, what would you sell something like that for a family meal?
Something of this size?
Yeah.
Geez, you could get into that for, you could sell that for upwards of $30, and your food cost is going to be, really low on it. Again, it looks, it looks like it's a lot of products, but at the end of the day, you really, there's probably in this maybe 10 slices of ham, 4 or 5 eggs, some crepes, some cheese. So, at $30 sell for 4 portions, it's a good price point for the customer, plus it's profitable for the end user.
Yeah, filling too. Awesome.
For sure.
Beautiful. Another great thing, when we talk about the restaurants, how they're having to adapt is we're seeing a lot of the locations doing breakfast boxes.
Yeah, what is it, Jason or Chris? Chris, tell me more about this, because you mentioned that earlier, and I'm very curious about this.
Yeah, so basically, a lot of the breakfast houses and restaurants that do a big business, they obviously had to adapt due to limited seating, not being able to open, and things of that nature. So what they've done is they've created a breakfast box. So they'll put, an express carved ham in there, pound of sausages, 2 dozen eggs, some home fries, maybe some hollandaise, and they sell it as a breakfast box. So
really
those customers can just take that home and, whether it's not prepared or prepared, it just gives them that opportunity to have a nice, healthy breakfast and go back to those comfort foods.
Really cool idea. I'm glad we're talking about breakfast, because it has been all this stats and data that we've seen. It's taken a little bit of a beating, right?
Absolutely.
Right. And that talks about a lot of it was very convenience models, grabbing and going and heading to the office. I know I've done my fair share of breakfast sandwiches on the road, and obviously that took a hit. And then I don't know how many people go for breakfast nowadays, especially that Gen Z and millennial age group that we focus on our targeted market. A lot of them, I don't know if they even have ever been out for a breakfast in the morning, right? Other than maybe a weekend day.
Hangover special, maybe.
But there's a lot of, and why I say that is I think there's a lot of opportunities in those areas to grow business into great experiences for people in a breakfast box.
I think that even brings out too, even new customers, maybe someone that, has never been to that restaurant typically before, but sees okay, they can put a whole box together and it's a little bit easier for me to kind of bring everything home and cook it at home. Or like Chris said, okay, maybe it's pre-made or some stuff is pre-made and then they get to take it home and basically just warm it up. So it's expanding your customer base to a whole new, set of people and whatnot. Yeah. So
I think it's also an area, and I could be wrong, and Chris, get in on this, because I think you're going to nah, maybe, I don't know, but I think you can have a little fun here within breakfast. I think breakfast allows a little more playfulness.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. I mean, you can get as creative as you want. Depending on, your market segment or, what your eating requirements are, so you can change it up from a meat and potatoes. You can do, with vegetables, fruit. So it has a multitude of applications. It's all about the creativity of the individual restaurant. And yeah, you can have a lot of fun with it. There's no.
And speaking to that too, I know Chef Mark put together like a breakfast like brochure in the past, and like some of the ideas that he had on there were amazing. I think one of the lasagna was one, but even like a breakfast pizza was on there, and you kind of just cut up some of the sausage and you put an egg on there as well too. Obviously, presentation wise, it looks really good. Something a little bit different, something that is unique, that can put you guys in a different realm than maybe some other of your competitors. And even like a breakfast poutine, like even something like that. So yeah, getting creative, doing something different is always gonna benefit you.
Awesome, very awesome. So what's next, Jason? What's next?
All right. Well, again, I think we talked about it last time. Olymel does a lot of turkey. Population seems to be moving to healthier options. So we did a healthy-ish option here. So I've done a turkey BLT salad in a cup.
What?
So again, just layered some lettuce at the bottom, some orange and yellow peppers, some cucumbers, some mixed cheese, some baby tomatoes. There's a little onion in there. And then I've got turkey and then topped with my fully cooked. Well, I actually took the Sysco Imperial bacon, diced it up, tossed it on there,
Good plug,
and then
good plug, Jason. Good plug.
thank you, brother. And then I just did a low-fat yogurt ranch style dressing. And again, just like I said with the breakfast lasagna, make sure you're putting those dressings on the side. There's nothing worse than getting soggy salad from takeout or delivery. I really think that leaving that on the side definitely enhances the meal that the customer is going to get at the end of the day. And again, you look at this; it's a full cup. It's a perfect lunch-size portion. It is 2 slices of bacon and 1 slice of our fully cooked turkey breast. So just while we're speaking of that, I'll just sort of show you the full version of the express carve ham that we just showed in the breakfast lasagna. And then this is the turkey roast here. So both really manageable, both beautiful products. I truly believe that this fully cooked turkey breast is one of the best value-added products out there. Fantastic in things like the salad, high-end club sandwiches. You can cut it up and put it in pastas. Or, again, we were talking about sort of the fall coming pretty quickly. Doesn't this look nice as sort of a turkey box, a Thanksgiving box? Your wife has maybe never cooked a turkey before, and the family can't get together this year at Thanksgiving because of COVID. This product comes in fully cooked. So again, she doesn't have to be worried about undercooking it or overcooking it. And again, you can just quickly roast it like I did, some savory seasoning on it, brushed it with butter, bring it back up to temperature, and you're good to go.
You know what? You could gift it. You could gift it.
For sure.
Right.
Well, and again, I think the combination of the two would go fantastic in a Thanksgiving box, with some garlic mashed potatoes.
If you sent that to someone that maybe is having a hard time through this, or
or they could be isolated,
a nurse or something. Exactly, Chris, and that might be an opportunity there just to say thank you. What a great idea.
Now, I don't know if you noticed, but on that ham, Chef had put a little glaze on it. So going back to the breakfast boxes, now we have dinner boxes. So you can do a glazed ham with some scallop potatoes, some French beans, all in a box ready to go. And even though these products are cooked, you're not jeopardizing the quality, because the once you taste these products, it actually speaks for itself. I've had chefs that were doing functions for 300, 400, 500 people, and you can just imagine the amount of labor involved to pulling the turkeys, cooking them, cleaning them, temping them down, then slicing them. The list goes on and on. So when you have a product like this, and if you do need dark meat, well, we also have thigh meat available. Mm-hmm. So you have these great products, no labor, but not jeopardizing the quality, because I think that's one of the key points here, is about the quality of the product.
Yeah, that's a good point too, Chris. Even just looking at like the turkey alone, like I know for us, like it's cryovac and then steam cooked, so it locks in a lot of the moisture. And I think a lot of the time when you're looking at a fully cooked turkey, it's tough to have a product that still has that moisture and that bite, because typically you can easily overcook it and dry it out. So with us, kind of steam cooking it, locking in all of that moisture, it travels very well. So
absolutely.
Here we go. Okay. There's our pitch.
the sales pitch, right? We got to do that, right?
There's the sales pitch. Woo!
Nailed it.
Cross that off the list.
Yeah, check that one off the list, guys. Woo! We're good now. Back to Jason.
All right, so handhelds, right? I mean, handhelds travel so well, super popular. So today I'm doing another one of my favorite products. Actually, I got pretty lucky again today. We're doing our Thunder Crunch chicken breast. So it is a whole muscle, double breaded chicken breast. So the double breading really holds up well to traveling and to saucing. So I tried to make something a little more interesting today. So we did we're going to start with a slice of Gouda cheese. Because it's so cute. Yeah, no, anybody? Our Thunder Crunch breast.
Thunder Crunch chicken. You got to.
Well, and it's we have a full line of product, right? Like we have breast strips, we have popcorn chicken, we have fries, and we have a mini Thunder Crunch strip as well. That's halal certified. So.
Oh, really cool. Very cool.
Yeah. So. Again, nice little sandwich here, nice and fresh. I did have a kale slaw there, which seems to be super popular these days, right? Those superfoods, so easy enough to go into your takeout box. And then one of the things that I discovered through a friend of mine who opened up a burger joint here in Edmonton, instead of doing fries, because they don't travel so well, he does his own home-cut chips. So, and he does different seasonings on them. He sends them cold, so they travel well. So really not far outside of what a French fry offers, but again, travels a little bit better, gives the customer, a better experience when they get the food to their house. So certainly something I think that's interesting and exciting, and you do tons of different flavors with it. You do flavor of the day. So I just thought that was I always hate getting those soggy fries with my burger when I order it. I mean, I won't lie to you. I won't even order fries generally when I'm ordering takeout or delivery, just because I'm usually not very happy with what I get. So.
The soggy days in the past, they've ruined you.
Right? It's like wet cardboard, So.
I totally agree. I don't want a pile of potato that look like a fry when you get it, right?
So, and again, you're in the same family pretty much, right? And it's no more work to do a home cut French fry, a home cut chip instead of a French fry. So it's super easy. So
now those Thunder Crunch, how's that travel, chef? It's got to travel because the breading pretty good.
Again, because of the double breading, it certainly holds its crunch a lot better than some other things out on the market for sure.
Yeah, and this is a whole muscle chicken breast too. It's not formed and weird stuff mushed in there.
No, this is one that we keep at the porterhouse for certain emergencies when we need dinner on ballet nights or swim nights or fantastic product. Super versatile. I do it as a chicken parm half the time. My family's Italian, and
great for a lunchbox.
You slice it up, put it in a wrap. I mean, it's a super versatile, high quality product.
So I gotta ask Andrew, because he's itching, and Chris, and while Chef prepares for his grand finale. Grand finale here. All right. Are you sure you guys don't want to do more shows today? Like, it's 50.
Yeah, we'll do like 3 hours. Let's just keep it
going. Like 3 hours of this. Yeah.
I'm going to
some more. I almost said the word Schnitzel.
Don't say it.
Anyways, I was going to ask, so Andrew, there is a million other products in the market when it comes to crispy chicken sandwiches. What is some things that people should watch out for when they're buying products? I'm sure there's stuff out there that you shouldn't maybe buy that's
Well, I
not going
think
to be a great product.
yeah, it really depends, I think, on the application, right? So it depends if, they're looking for value or if they're looking for something a little bit different, right? Like to speak to the Thunder Crunch. I think one of the big things good about it too is, obviously it's got that double breading, it's got that crunch, but it's also like that look, it's got that home style look to it. Like it's almost prepared back of the house. And a lot of the Thunder Crunch lineup all have that similar consistency of that look. So I think that plays a big part too. But obviously you want to make sure, again, if you're looking for something that's full muscle, it's got to have, a good bite to it. It's got to have that moisture in it. Obviously it can't be a little bit too dry. And, I think the theme with, takeout and delivery today, it's got to be versatile, right? You got to be able to use it in, a plethora of different applications. So easy back of the house stuff too. Obviously it's basically cooked from frozen. I don't know how exactly. I think it's 6 minutes in the deep fryer. So it's quick, it's easy. You go back to those 4 P's that we kind of talked about, right? And all of those kind of had in there. You got profitability, popularity. It's one of our best sandwiches for us. Preparation is easy, sorry, and your portability, right? Like as Jason's been saying. So it really depends, I think, on application and what you guys are using it for. But specifically for this one, like it can be used in a lot of different applications, and again, speaks to that versatility of the product.
Now, I was going to mention that I'm seeing the feed come through on the comments. Kathy, which we love from Olymel, just mentioned that it can also be cooked at home in an oven.
In an oven, yeah.
Right, we can't forget that.
Honestly, I've done it too before, trying some samples for boys' weekends, and we've done it on the barbecue too. And honestly, like you just cook it at a little bit of a lower heat, but it comes out really nice. The boys love
barbecue.
Yeah. You get a little bit of the char mark on it, but honestly, like it's you still got that bite, that crunch, that moisture that's locked inside. It's awesome.
Love it. Awesome. Well, Jason, are you ready?
Magic word.
Let's see it, buddy. Oh, I got you on mute. Let me unmute you.
Oh, you muted me.
Well, I heard you. I heard you clinking in the back.
I bet my wife wishes she had one of those. I'll tell you. So I want to apologize on the last recipe, on the Thunder Crunch burger that we did with the honey mustard slaw. I forgot to mention that it should also have your Sysco Supreme green weight bacon on there. All right, so don't forget about the bacon.
Don't miss that. Ooh.
No, I almost I felt like I let my children down by not adding that on there. So
emails are already coming through, brother. Don't worry. You're
fired. So another one of my favorite recipes that Chef Mark has done is with our turkey schnitzel. What he kind of came up with was sort of a take on the KFC Double Down sandwich. I don't know if everybody's had that before, but essentially the breaded chicken breasts are the bun of the sandwich.
I think Chris is giggling there. You got a few, hey buddy? I've had a couple. We've all done it. We don't want to admit it, but we've done
it. We've all had one, right? So what we did was a spicy sambal mayo. All right. I've got some cheddar cheese. I've got some Havarti cheese. I've got a couple slices of my Sysco classic bacon. All right, 1416. Little bit of lettuce. We got a fresh tomato.
Hey, I got to ask you a question, Jason.
Yes, sir.
1416. For the people out there that may be going, what's 1416? Do you want to just give us a 30-second 1416 pitch?
Yeah, of course. It's the number of slices that you're going to average out in a pound. So again, your 14, 16, 18, 18, 22 tend to be the 3 most popular sizes. So again, 18, 22 is 18 to 22 slices per pound. So depending, the smaller the number, the thicker the slice, essentially. So we do the Sysco Supreme now in a 10-12 for you, which is a really nice thick bacon. Olymel has also developed our own 6-8 bacon, which is a super thick bacon. Oh, it's fantastic. I'm telling you, it is. Oh, it's fun, man. It's fun to work with. It's definitely a nice product. So hopefully that answers your question, my friend Jay.
Yeah, I just had to throw it out there because a lot of people hear that and they're like, eh.
No, it's a good point, man. No, definitely a good point. You forget sometimes when you speak a certain language.
Exactly.
Other people don't, right? So,
yeah.
And there you are. Look at this bad boy. I'm telling you. So it's turkey, so you can feel a little better about yourself. You can bake it in the oven.
So it balances it, right?
So that's what life's all about, my friend. No, a little bit of balance. So, all right. And again, super simple. Takeout, nice and easy. In there, you're good to go. I oftentimes, with something like this, recommend that you just poke a small hole, just to let some of the steam out, so that as the sandwich travels, it doesn't get all soggy. All right. And again, this one I did with probably the most popular takeout side with some fries. So again, I threw them on the side just in hopes that they would both stay a little crispier for the drive to the customer.
Really cool. Well, now, what is a schnitzel? Can we talk a little bit about what a schnitzel is?
Well, it's breaded, right? It's essentially just the breading. Okay. So,
is there any special breading that comes in a schnitzel, or is it just?
No, it's kind of like anything. It's sort of a proprietary recipe, depending on what seasonings you like to use, and you can do them gluten-free these days as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. So
he's not going to give us the herbs and spices secrets, is he?
Well, there's only 7.
That is awesome, and it's cost effective, right? Like that is very
super cost effective. Yeah, these schnitzels sell really well for us especially in my region with the camp caterers, because they're just a great low price, high quality third item that they offer in their per diems. Really great in healthcare, again, because they are oven baked and they are turkeys, so high protein. Although they are breaded, still fairly low in fat. And definitely versatile. Again, you can do this as a Parmesan, or you can do it, as a Marsala. I mean, tons of different applications for this product as well.
That's awesome. I think a lot of people forgot about the schnitzel, but I'm so glad you guys showed it, because it is definitely something that I've seen a lot of operators use in the past, just even for LTOs, and bringing in some specials and stuff like that when it comes to these products. Great ideas. Cost effective. Love it.
Consistent too. Even just the sizing, it's all very similar too, even for portioning.
Yeah, so because I'm assuming people in the past used to make them their own, and there's a variety of different sizing.
Yeah, it can be a little challenging depending on the raw material that you're getting. Yeah, so again, a lot of benefits to this product as well. Again, versatility, I think, is the focus of kind of takeout and stuff. Minimize the stuff you have in the back of house to maximize what you can do in the front of the house.
And to Kathy's point, Kathy doesn't want us to forget that is very popular with seniors. Thank you, Kathy.
Kath would know.
Oh.
Wow.
But she's got parents. What do you guys think I'm saying? You guys.
Grab one, but
you guys.
Awesome. Well, you know what? Great. You guys are a blast. Thanks again. Chris, this was your first live stream, so we're super excited to have you on the show. And you know what, Andrew, as well. And Jason, it's always a pleasure. It's always awesome. I love the fact that you're up here with me in Edmonton. It was cold this morning, but we'll live with it.
Oh my God, was it ever, eh? I know. Jeez. I didn't like that.
I don't know. So anyways, thanks again, Olymel. You guys rock. All your ideas. You know what? What's your website again? Is it
Olymelfoodservice.com.
Sorry?
Olymelfoodservice.com.
Yeah, there you go. So check it out. Lots of recipes, great ideas there as well. And any last words, gentlemen, before we wrap up?
No,
have
like
a great
you said,
rest of your week.
In the next couple of months, or couple quarters, to see kind of how things have changed, because like we kind of talked about at the top, it's people are changing their business strategies to accommodate to this post-COVID world, and I think we're going to have to continue to adapt to the reality of the situation of where we're at. So
Yeah, and I think the other thing is, sorry, go ahead. Like I interrupt. So sorry.
No, sorry. I was just going to say, I mean, for those people that are watching, I mean, if you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to your Olymel team. I mean, we're here to provide solutions for your business needs. So don't hesitate. We're all about everybody being successful and getting through this together.
Absolutely. You know what?
Well said, Chris.
Here, right? Absolutely. The other thing, I think innovation, like Jason, literally that lasagna, rock star stuff, man. I'm thinking where it should go in some restaurants already around here. But and I think innovation and playing and taking risks and having food, it's an opportunity that really what we're living in right now allows you to play around with your food again and create small,
right? How to be creative.
Yeah,
I got to share just a little story. You know, when you talk about being creative, I went to a barbecue restaurant where they, you know, had their smokers out back, and I went in with the fully cooked turkey breast because I had to know. And I said, Chef, I said, I'd like for you, if you could, I want you to smoke this fully cooked turkey breast. And he thought about it. He said, yeah, you know, we could do that. So obviously you're reducing the smoking time that you would for a traditional raw product. But I remember he sent me a text. He said, come on over for lunch. And who am I to say no? So I went over there, and he said he had you walk in, you had smoked turkey breast, smoked bacon. It was their clubhouse special. And I'll tell you, that sandwich knocked my socks off. It was just amazing. So, here again, it's about thinking outside the box and, showing some different and unique ways of presenting products that, were traditional, turkey dinners or clubhouses. So that's what's going to keep people successful these days for sure.
Awesome. Great story.
I got lots.
See, guys, let's have Chris go on for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Well, we got another 2.5 hours to fill, right?
Yeah, exactly. 2.5 hours.
Settle down.
You think that? So do I. I got you.
Well, I was just going to say, one of the things for me is that I use my customers as resources for selling our products. And anytime I can get these neat and unique ways of doing things, I'm able to pass that on. And that's what it's all about. So That's it for me.
There you go. Okay. You want to keep going? But no, you know what, guys? Always a pleasure. Can't wait to have you back again. I just can't thank you enough. We love this industry so much, and to see you guys, do all this hard work. And these things, obviously, people know that, they're only 30 some minutes long, but they take a lot of work, and there's a lot of work going into prep and cooking to support our industry. And we just appreciate it big time. And we want to see our industry keep moving forward. And
absolutely,
ideas from you guys are awesome and really supportive to the industry.
Yeah, we try to help out where we can too. I know for me personally, like we try to do takeout like once a week. I know whether it's Wednesdays or Thursdays, we try and do that, right? And for us, like I mentioned, like we just moved to this area, so it's been great for us to kind of use those third-party apps to adventure out into an area that we can't really go and sit in.
Yeah.
So we've got all these new restaurants that are around us that we've never tried, and now we're getting the opportunity to do that through takeout and delivery. So it's been really good for us.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Andrew. It's been a lot of new ventures people are never trying before, because these third-party apps are really allowing us to explore a lot of places without having to leave our home. So
yeah, for sure. Obviously, you just put in what you feel like, and then kind of the list pops up. You're like, okay, let's look at the menu and kind of see and go from there. And yeah, we've been trying to do it once a week, kind of since COVID started. So it's been really, really good for us, and gives my wife a little bit of a break too in the kitchen.
I've got some millennials in my house, so it's not an option.
All right.
I don't know about you. All to us, but anyways. Always a pleasure, gentlemen. You have a great rest of your day. For everyone else, that tunes into our shows every week, we're on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Next week, we're back on Tuesday with Healthcare Edition. So we're going to have our healthcare folks on the show, and also another vendor is going to drop by, and they're going to be showing ideas around healthcare and for healthcare and senior living. So excited about that. Then Friday, and I know you guys like we talked bacon today. Next Thursday, produce. We're gonna talk produce talks. So we're gonna talk all about healthy stuff on the opposite. So bacon.
You know you don't make friends with salad, bud.
You know what? Bacon goes good on salad, right? So next week we have produce talks, and also we have a panel discussion. We're bringing like a world tea expert into the show on Wednesday, and a coffee expert. Like these guys are the best in the world, and we're going to learn about tea and have a panel discussion about tea. Which I don't know about you guys, but I've been drinking a lot of tea and coffee more than anything right now. And to learn, I'm fascinated by coffee and tea, but it's just me. Anyways, we have great things there, but lots more to come. Plus, great podcast going up on the show channel this week from Canada Beef on the beef market and what's happening there. So great information. Check us out there. And other than that, we're going to continue to bring tons and tons and tons of information. And we'll have Olymel back, right? More and more, talking more about schnitzels and bacon. Nothing more about bacon. I want to see this 6-8 thing.
You got it.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, gentlemen. All the best. And I'm going to try to wrap up with this commercial thing that we have now. So let's see if it works. If not, we'll see you guys later. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Take care.
Take care.
Thanks.